And then finally, my super unrealistic pipe dream goal that's never going to happen, but I'm going to say it anyways, is make this game mode so popular so then the devs are forced to make this an official game mode. I know it's never going to happen, but I don't know. You never know. That's how it happened in old school RuneScape. It started off as like a player-made thing, and now it's like a really popular official game mode. Another successful day of hardcore PvP. I gotta sell my drops, but first I want to check the wiki for something. Game update. Let's see, it's probably like a bug fix or something. Oh, another game mode, Melandru's Accord. This new mode is inspired by the community-driven Ironman challenge. Wait, what? This is Doombox, and I could not believe my thighs, I mean eyes, when I first saw this news post. You're reading it correctly. Official Ironman mode has been added to Guild Wars. And looking at these update notes, it really looks like they knocked it out of the park. Now, I know I have some younger viewers because there are some like newer players from younger generations playing Reforged now. So let me like rephrase that in a sentence that maybe you'll understand better. 2 weeks cooked, chat. So just a little bit of background on this for those that don't know. And yeah, it's like Doombox tries to go an entire video without mentioning old school RuneScape challenge impossible, but old school RuneScape is the most popular MMO out right now. I think it's safe to say that. And they have a game mode in there called Ironman mode. This was a revolutionary player-created way to play RuneScape that became so popular that they added the mode officially to the game. At its core, you had to be completely self-sufficient. No relying on other players for help, no trading items between players. You had to earn everything yourself. It created all kinds of crazy new ways to level, and suddenly meaningless drops became really important to Iron characters. And nowadays, it's like the most popular way to play the game, and all of the biggest content creators are doing crazy Iron Man series where they self-restrict, and they're tile-locked and chunk-locked, and all these different things. All that to say, it was a huge success in RuneScape. In 2019, some friends and I thought it would be fun to try to adapt the Ironman playstyle to Guild Wars. Now, at its core, the philosophy was the same to RuneScape. You have to be completely self-sufficient. So we came up with this whole rule set where there was no trading, no skill unlocks, no transferring items from other characters on your account. You had to earn and level and do everything yourself. If you're really interested in the full rule set, you can go check out the old video, but it's kind of pointless now because the official mode is in the game. Have I mentioned that yet? I probably was not the first person to come up with the idea because there's a lot of overlap between RuneScape and Guild Wars players, but I made a video about it explaining the rule set back then, and it kind of took off. It was a pretty popular resurgence back then, for Guild Wars 1 at least, and people really took it and ran with it. Like, I saw some people do some insane challenges. There was one guy that soloed the entire game as an ultimate Iron Man, meaning no bank, no trading, no unlocks, no rune trader, and no material traders. So he had to like farm everything, all his runes and materials himself, and he completely soloed the game. Like no henchmen, no heroes, and he got God walking amongst mere mortals. That's the most insane thing I ever saw. All that to say, it was popular. And then when Reforged came out, obviously people have been talking about what could they add now, and the idea of Iron Man mode was floated again. Last month they added Doom's Covenant, Hardcore mode, and Reforged mode, and we kept saying, wouldn't it be cool if they added Iron Man mode? Iron Man is probably like the most said word on my channel besides poop or toilet, and I'm happy to say today they added it to Guild Wars. It's official. You can actually log into the game right now and make an official Iron Man character. So let's look at the details. So it's actually called Melandru's Accord. People are joking like, okay, because Melandru is like the nature goddess, it could be like a woodman instead of an Iron Man. Like I'm a woodman BTW. And at character creation, there's a checkbox where you can enable Melandru's Accord, much like Doom's Covenant and Reforged mode. Just make a new character, check the box, and boom, you're in. Either way, people are probably going to still call it Iron, but Melandru's Accord is the official name for this, a new mode that requires you to earn all of the skills and items for your character without leveraging player trading, account storage, etc. This new mode is inspired by the community-driven Iron Man challenge. That is really cool to see, because I think it's safe to say that there's at least a 67% chance that ANAT or 2 Weeks saw my video, and that's kind of a cool thought. Once again, I'm not trying to claim that I am the first person to come up with this idea, but all that to say, ArenaNet, I accept cash or check, or you can pay me in royalties with 1 million V-Spears once a month. JK. Unless, but I don't know, that's kind of cool. The only interaction I had with ArenaNet before this was getting banned from the official Guild Wars 2 Twitch chat, so I'm moving up in the world. Anyway, sorry. Got off. I'm a little excited here. I kind of got off track. So, here are the restrictions. You cannot trade with other players. That's a given. You cannot pick up drops from other players. That would be kind of bogus if you could like drop trade. Glad they put that in. You cannot access account storage via the Zunlai Vault. So this is a bit of a curveball for some people. They were expecting some sort of like character-based storage, and that would be cool if they added character storage, but there needs to be a restriction on transferring items across your account, otherwise it would defeat the purpose of the mode. You cannot use skill tomes. That's good. You can't use /bonus or any of these other things. You can't go to the menagerie. And you can't access traders that buy and sell items from other players at market prices. So this is kind of huge. Back when I made my first video, we separated it into regular Iron Man, hardcore Iron Man, and Ultimate Iron Man. And Ultimate was the one that could not trade with the market vendors. So it looks like this mode, Melandru's Accord, is essentially an Ultimate Iron Man, which is like the biggest challenge that we came up with in that original video. So this has a lot of implications. Not only do you have to like earn all your weapons and stuff yourself and earn your skills through the traditional way of unlocking them, but in terms of getting runes, upgrade components, and even materials and rare materials, you have to earn them all from drops. So that kind of turns this game into like a Diablo loot grinder type thing, or like Path of Exile, where you have to go get your specific upgrade. You know, you could farm this area to get these materials. Like elite armor is actually going to be like a real flex on a Melandru character, because that means you have to earn the raw gold and all of the mats like through farming them and gathering them yourself. Now that's probably not going to be for everyone, but I love stuff like this. Playing Iron Man in old school RuneScape is like the only way I can play the game now, and it kind of always starts the same way. People are like, I don't really feel like re-rolling a character. Like, I've already done it. Why should I make another character? And then before you know it, they're like, I can never go back to playing a normal account again. Like, Iron Man is the way to do it. Now, I'm just waiting to see, like, the first person to get a full set of obsidian armor, like, grinding all the ecto and shards yourself. Like, that is true sweat lord status. Like, honestly, shout out to whoever pulls that off. It's probably going to be in, like, 3 days, knowing some of you guys. So you can only get skills from skill trainers and skill quests, and you cannot get already unlocked account skills. This is what we talked about in the original rule set, so you have to earn your skills the old-fashioned way. So you can't add mercenaries. That is going to shake up the hero meta a little bit, and even gathering like upgrades for your heroes. Like, it is going to be a long-term project to set up like a fully decked out Melandru Iron Man character. And then heroes can only use their starter skills and skills learned from the trainer. So basically you cannot like 2 seconds out of the gate have a full Mesmer Way comp set up. Like, you have to actually go unlock all the skills as if you've never unlocked them on your account before. And more importantly, you can be awesome. Ain't that wholesome? It really is very cool. If you look at my original 2019 rule set with the one that they implemented now, it's pretty darn close. The only major difference is they combined Ultimate Iron Man and regular Iron Man into one, and hardcore is a separate toggle. The only thing that they left out was the restriction where you can only group with other Iron Man players. So it seems that you can be a Melandru's Accord character and party with anybody, which a little bit ruins the spirit of the mode, because if you get some like Giga Chad to carry you with their hero team comp, you're not really being self-sufficient. But I understand there's a delicate balance of like, they don't want to have all of these people siloed off in this game that is already very small. So I understand it. If you want to be true to the mode, only group with other Iron players, but like, do whatever you want. I'm not your mom. And here it looks like they're consolidating the badges and the UI, which is nice because when like 2027 rolls around and they've added all these different modes, like Prince Boca mode where you have like a hunger meter, it's not going to be like stacked across the entire screen. Good move there. And looks like they also added some additional changes to Reforged mode. The cap for buying skills from trainers is reduced to 500 gold. That would be pretty nice if you're going to be playing Iron. You're not going to like break the bank unlocking skills. Well, not the bank because you don't have one of those, but you're not going to break your inventory panel. And they have tuned the mission XP for prophecies to be more in line with Factions and Nightfall, so they added better XP and better rewards for bonus and mission. That's kind of nice. And some touchscreen improvements and localization. It's like as if I wasn't already hyped about this game, now I'm even more excited. And it's almost like they want me to keep rolling new characters. I just finished my Zero Death Doom Covenant LDOA character, and now I gotta make a whole new one for Melandru. Yeah, and you can combine them, so you can be a Doom's Covenant and a Melandru's Accord, essentially hardcore Iron Man as we discussed it. Yeah, this is pretty much all I'm going to be doing from here on out. I have already started, and just the rush, the thrill of getting like a basic sword drop that you would throw away on a normal character. Suddenly I'm like, oh my goodness, this longsword that's damage 3 to 7 instead of 2 to 3 is a huge upgrade for my character. Everything like feels good. Getting your first salvage kit is like this rush of like, okay, yes, I finally got the salvage kit. When have you been excited about a salvage kit in Guild Wars? And then you're like, oh, okay, like now I can start salvaging items. You're like building up this collection of materials, like you're like a little hoarder, little rat collecting all your materials, and then you're someday gonna use those to craft your armor. Every little thing, every little decision you make feels like it matters. You're like mapping out your next move. Okay, first I'm gonna go here, and then I can unlock heroes, then I can go get this thing and go to Eye of the North. And all that to say, I am very happy about this. I'm really excited, and I hope that you guys are too. And if you're looking for people to play with, my guild is doing a playthrough of Iron Man, aka Melandru's Accord. If you're looking for some fellow Iron BTWs to group up with, check out the link in the description. Ask someone for an invite. Well, we can't wait to play with you. Yeah, that's all I got. Keep on cooking, 2 weeks. You guys are doing great. This is Doombox signing.